This is Diane at dianescards.com. Today I want to show you how to do a very, very cool technique that I just discovered called Modern Grid. And you can see there's a grid on the cards. And so it's not hard, but you do have to be a little careful and take some time with it. This was on the first cards I made. And you want to find a stamp where you have some pretty clear images and you don't want to fill the whole piece of paper. So that was the first one I made. Then I made this one for Valentine's Day for my husband. And this paper that I stamped on is a tiny bit smaller. You can either use a smaller piece, which is 3 3/4 by 5, depending on if you want a matte or if you want a wide border or something. This was the one I did. And I just stamped some hearts here and had some of them going off the edge. And then this is the one I showed on today's blog post. Now this I made a little bit bigger. I used 4 by 5 1/4, and I do like that in that you can get 4 blocks, 1-inch blocks across and not just part of it. On this one I had 1, 2, 3 and then 3/4 of one. So I felt this size was a little more pleasing. So today I'm going to show you using the 4 by 5 1/4 piece, and I think you'll like that. So the first thing you want to do is stamp your images on the card. So today I'm going to use the Tea Together stamp set. It's from the Occasions catalog, and I'm going to use my blends to color in the images. So you could use markers, you could use color pencils, or you could just use solid images. But I have been using things that I can color in. So I'm going to put the teacup down here. I use the tuxedo because with the blends it's not going to run, not going to bleed rather. And then because this teacup looks a little empty and they have this darling little rose sentiment here, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to put my head in here a little bit. I wanted to make sure that I got that stamp, yes, right in the middle there. And then I'm going to put another image up here. Okay. I have a sentiment stamped, but I'm going to just put that on a circle and put it on later. You could stamp it right on here. So what I like to do next is to color the images. You don't have to, but that's just the way I like it. So imagine that you've been watching, and here I've colored all these images in. Next thing you want to do is have your piece of paper on here so that it's not going to move. So I'm going to take a little bit of adhesive and put it on here, and then sort of unsticky it a little bit so that it doesn't move around. I'm going to line it up with corners here so that I can measure real easily. Okay, so I've got that done. Now you need a nice ruler, real straight edge ruler, and I like to use the journaling pens. This is the smallest one, the 01, and you could use the little bit larger one. So what I'm going to do, because we have 5 1/4 inches here, I don't want to have inches and then a little tiny piece here. It would really only be one line. So what I've been doing is my top box I make 3/4 of an inch. So on the grid paper you have a 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch. So I'm going to draw a line here. There's no image getting in the way, so I can just go right across here with my pen. Now, let's hope I don't mess this up. Okay, now I'm going to come down 1, 2, 3, 4. That's an inch. Now, I don't want to draw the line straight across because I don't want it to go through the rows. So I'm going to start here, stop at the rows, and then pick it up here. This way it looks like it's right on top of the image. And then I'll come down another inch. This is, because I only put 2 items on here, this one's going to be easy. Then I'll come down another inch. So now we have to make way for the teacup. So we're going to start here, go over to the teacup. I don't think I have to go through there. then pick it up here. And one more time. Ooh, I'm just going to make that. Okay. Now, easy this way because we've got an it's even, it's 4 inches exactly. So I'm going to line my ruler up with these grid lines and come down here, stop at the teacup, and then pick it up at the teacup. I'm going to come over another inch, line it up. Whoops. What was I doing there? So I'm going to come this far, pick it up again, go to the teacup, and then down here. And yeah, okay. I love having the grid paper for this because you don't have to worry. So we're going to do a line here, then here. All right. So this is the grid part of Modern Grid. So there you go. Now, what I did on some of these is, and I feel like you don't want to color in every square. So I did maybe 4, and let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it depends. But you're not going to color them all in. You're going to pick one of the colors, color it in, and then you're going to put some designs. Now, I love this effect of having the stitching around the edge, but I found I was having trouble keeping it straight. So here's what I did to cheat. I cut a piece of cardstock, not quite an inch. It's 7/8. I think it's 7/8. It might be 16ths, but I think it's 7/8. So I have a little bit of space around here. I'm going to put it down. Oops, I forgot to unstick it. Then I'm going to do my lines. You can do it freehand. I just found they weren't as straight as I wanted them to be. Okay. Yeah, I forgot to unsticky this. Okay, now it's good. I'll get that off later with my eraser. So some squares I'm going to do that. In some squares I'm going to do dots. Let's see. Let's do this one with dots. And what I tend to do is just sort of go across in a line. Of course, I don't want to leave it that way. Then I'm going to go back, fill in, try to do dots and not. That's why I like this really fine, the smaller. In the pack of the journaling pens, you're going to get one that says 01 and one that says 05. The 05, let's see if I have one here. Yeah, this is a tiny bit bigger. Barely noticeable, but I do like the one. So I'm just going to keep doing this until I get the number of dots that I like. And then, let's see, let's do this with, I'm going to put this on mint macaron. So should I do mint macaron? Sure. And you have to be careful with this because you don't want to go outside the lines. So let's do one here. I like to use the brush end. This is the mint macaron light. All right. So I'm just going to go right along the edge there. I might go back in later. I'm not quite touching, so that's okay. Rather that than to go over. And again, you don't have to fill in every single square. In fact, you want to leave some with white, but do enough that you pick up the colors and get some design in there. Okay, so if you hold on a minute, I will finish it and show you what it looks like when it's all done. So here is the finished card. Love is a warm cup of tea. I love that sentiment. Don't you think that's cute? So what I did where it was sticky, I just used my little adhesive eraser and it worked out fine. So I just colored in some more of the squares, dots and some. You can use other designs. You could use stripes if you wanted, whatever. Doesn't matter. I just happened to be attached, and I can do easily the dot. Doesn't take much talent to do the dots and the edges, the stitching around the edges rather. So I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you'll try it. Let me know how you liked it, and come back again for the next video. Thank you.